Hey, it's Tara Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Hey guys, I am so excited to talk to you today. Today I want to talk about an important topic. And here's the thing, is that when you are looking to create your online program, whether it be a course, a coaching program, whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? One of the most important things that you can do is identify the transformation or the result that you're getting for people. And so we talk a lot about this. You've heard me talk about this on the podcast, but I cannot overemphasize how important it is, not only for the sales process, but also for the fulfillment process, right? So you need to be able to give people a result. It's not about what you're teaching. It's not about kind of what you want to do. It's about how well, how fast, and how clear you are on the result that you're getting people. So one common issue that I see a lot as I'm coaching people is around messaging. And this really comes out when you're not clear what the result is. So the clarity is either you don't know what it is, what the result is, or you have multiple messages out there that aren't leading to the one result. Maybe they're leading to two separate results, or even more than that, right? Or you're not clear. Here's the fact that's super important, especially when you're selling to a cold or even a warm audience. Confused people do not buy. If they don't know exactly what they're going to get from your program, they're not going to buy it. So that's just bottom line. I cannot get more clear than that. And so how do you help them see what they're going to get? The most important thing is that you are showing them how you're solving their problem, which means being very clear on how you're solving their problem. What does that look like? What will it look like when their problem is gone? Do they have more revenue? Do they have less of something else? Do they have a change, right? Most often it's around health, wealth, and relationships. There's a change that's happening. And the more measurable you can make it, the more specific you can make it, the more they know that they have this problem and you can fix it for them. But if you can't fix it for them, then they aren't going to be attracted to what you have to offer, because they're like, well, that's great. All those programs or those modules or those lessons, all that sounds great. All that stuff they're giving me sounds cool. But at the end of the day, I need this problem solved. So I kind of like this person. I don't really know them very well, but I kind of like them. And they, it sounds like they have a great program. They have some super cool things that they're giving away. But I don't know if they're going to actually help me. They're not going to buy. It doesn't matter how cool your thing is. Doesn't matter how much you're out there. It doesn't matter how loud you are. If you can't clearly articulate how you're going to solve their problem, they're not going to buy. It's the bottom line. So often when people are out there, they've created their thing, they're really attached to it, they focus more on here are all the things that I'm going to give you. And again, the clarity for the user, for the buyer, needs to be what you're going to give them that's going to solve the problem. And so my tip for you today is get super laser focused on that transformation or that result that you are promising them. And I guarantee, honestly, you could be like, here's your problem, here's how I'm going to solve it. And then you could leave all of this empty. Now, I'm not saying do that, because I teach you how to build your framework that matches, and takes them on that journey from where they are to where they're going. Don't skip that part. Come to me for that. But I'm telling you, if you can provide that clarity on either end, that is what is going to tip them over and have them purchase your thing. Hands down, more than anything else. So I was just working with somebody, and she had a very strong message. The problem is that she had two different results, and they were almost conflicting with each other, and nobody knew where to focus, right? So if you're solving two problems, but you don't give a clear path as to which problem are you leading with? Like, where is the pain that person has? And then how are you going to solve that actual pain? Again, people are confused. They won't buy. And so when you are working on your sales messaging, when you are working on your program, it's really about what the pain or problem that person has and how you are solving it. Like, at the core, that is the best advice that I can give you, is get very clear about that. Now, I'm going to tell you one other thing that's critical around this is that sometimes you think that you have clarity, but it's like from your perspective, right? So you have to ask your ideal people and be open to listening to what they have to say, but say, is this the problem? Is this the result that would solve that problem? Is this where your pain is? Is this the result that would solve that pain? And be open to listening to their answers, because their answers may be different than your answers, especially if you're not selling the thing that you have experience doing. And so really listen to your people. The more you can put yourselves in their shoes, look at it from their perspective, the more successful that you will be, because sometimes you're just too close to your topic and you can't see where you're being unclear, or where things maybe aren't exactly congruent, right? And so my best advice for you is to start with those two things, put a stake in the ground, and then go out and actually ask the people that you want to solve this problem for, whether or not that's resonating for them, or specifically, like, is this the result that you want to, in terms of how to solve this problem? Because it could be different. So take weight loss, for example, right? So you could have someone that comes in to your program and they say, I am 30 pounds overweight. I don't have any energy. I feel terrible. And I really want to have a relationship in my life, and I don't have a relationship. And I think it's because of my weight. And you're like, great, I can solve that. I'm going to solve that by teaching you how to have a relationship and how to have a better relationship. So here's the challenge is, are they coming to you because they want to be healthy and they want to feel better about themselves and they want to lose some weight so they can, go out there and get a relationship? Or are they coming to you because they don't know how to have a relationship, right? Two different problems, and you're offering a solution to one of the problems, but not the second one. And so how do you reconcile that? What does that look like? And my challenge to you is get to the root of what it is that what like the real problem is, right? And then the result you're giving them is that they can then apply that to getting a relationship, apply that to feeling healthy, all the things, right? But there's a core underneath that. But otherwise, if you lead with one and then skip the other in your result, people aren't going to buy, because they're coming like, well, this is really my pain. And you're like, well, I'm solving this pain because you said that was your pain. It's like, well, no, that was part of it, but not all of it. So that's an example, right? Just really think through that. Sometimes you're too close to it. Sometimes there's an underlying sort of root cause to a symptom that people are saying is a problem. Keep unraveling it until you get to what that is. Then that becomes the framework of how you're helping them get to that place. So it still could be that they want a relationship, but then tee that up to say, here's what I'm hearing is the problem. Here's how we can get you that solution, and look at that. But work through that. It's not like a super quick activity. Usually there's a couple of things underneath the quick answer that really gets to somebody's ability to say, yes, that is exactly what I need. That is going to change my life. I'm all in. And then they buy, because there's no question that not only are you speaking to them, but you have the solution that they've been looking for. So there you go. There is my tip for you today. Really take this to heart as you are thinking about building out your program and how you're going to start attracting people to you and turn them into buyers. The more clarity you get around that result or transformation, the more you're able to ask people if that's actually the thing, the more successful you will be. If you are married to your idea, to your result, to your program, it's less likely that you're going to lead with that level of clarity, because it's all about you and what's in your head versus what the market is telling you. So there you go. As usual, rate this podcast, comment, subscribe. Would love to have you be a regular listener. If you are looking to contact any of us to talk more about Learn Academy or how to do this, like how do you really hone in on what the core result or transformation is for your thing, I'm telling you, it's hard to do on your own because you're too close to it. So if you are interested in talking to someone about that, my contact information is below. There's links for Learn Academy or any other of our programs. Would love to have you be a part of them. In the meantime, work through that, talk to your people, get that data, and get that clarity in terms of your messaging.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Tara Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.